Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday night, which is tonight, Tuesday night, Dauntless Dynasty team call. It is October 17th, and let's get started. So I just have a couple quick announcements. I was on a call last night and then another call this morning with corporate, and a couple things that I learned. Some of you know, some of you may not know that in the past like 6 months, a ton of people have left the company because they found other companies with better compensation plans. And so Beachbody was kind of looking into it, and they were like looking at their own income if like Beachbody as a whole is progressing. And overall, one company, they've been expanded for the past 20 plus years into multiple countries. Beachbody is just now launching into the UK. And so this other company, this past year, they brought in $700 million throughout, like as a whole. Last year, Beachbody, just in the US and Canada, brought in, I think it was $7.2 billion. So Beachbody is doing just fine. If any of you have been concerned about that, I know one of the big concerns was that they went digital, and so it affected some coaches' volume. But they had to go digital. Everything is digital now. So in order to keep moving forward, and people want what they want now, they had to go digital. And so with that affecting volume, I don't know specifics yet, but I do know that they're putting plans into action to do different things with coach compensation plans. So it's essentially going to be the same, but like they just brought in the diamond bonus. So if you're a diamond and you have that rank held for 6 weeks, you get a $250 bonus for a quarter, which I just qualified for. And then I heard they have more stuff like that coming into play. Like I said, I don't know exactly what, but they're creating more income potential for us as coaches. So there's a lot of big things coming, and I'm really, really excited about it. And they're going to be releasing it soon. I don't know exactly when, but just know that the residual income that us as coaches have the potential to earn as you help people get signed up with challenge groups or challenge packs, and you start to build your own team and kind of teach them or pass along or get them on team calls or whatever it may be. The residual income is like tenfold compared to what any other company can do. So I'm really, really, really pumped up, fired up, and excited for what's to come with Beachbody. The second thing I wanted to talk about was November to Remember. I know I brought it up in the team page, but things like this that they do for like the Team Cup and November to Remember, last year they did like a team spirit thing. These are just fun things and give you the opportunity to work closer with someone else to push each other. If you're familiar with the term success partner, I have 2 success partners who I work super, super closely with, and we help each other set weekly goals. We push each other to set those goals. We hold each other accountable, and we just work really well bouncing ideas off each other to grow our businesses. So things like this, where you have that opportunity to set really big goals, to win really big prizes, like you get to know someone else better, you get to work with someone closer, and you get to push yourself further to hopefully build your income for the month more than it's been before. So it's going to be awesome. I really, really encourage everyone to get on a team with somebody, reach out, meet somebody new, or maybe you know someone that you've worked with before and you want to work with them again. That's totally fine. It doesn't matter who, but definitely get on a team with somebody. Okay, I think as far as announcements, those are the only 2 that I really had. So we're going to jump in to inviting, and this is going to be a fairly short call, but I just want to more or less give you some examples and help you to try and get over the fear of inviting, because you have to invite in this business. I mean, there's multiple things that you have to do, I was on a call with my corporate rep today, and she was, of course, talking about the vital behaviors and how essential they are to growing your business. But things like being on your own fitness journey and sharing your journey are essential. So when people come to your page, they know that you have something for them to offer. Like, she asked me a question today. She said, if I came to your page as a new customer, like a new friend, would I know that I could come to you if I wanted to lose 5 to 10 pounds? And honestly, so I went back and looked at my page, and I couldn't say like yes for sure. So I know that I need to reevaluate my posting, and don't just always post fitness stuff, but I need to be sharing my own progress. One coach who's at like Success Club 50 right now, I went and looked at her page. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she shares her fitness journey, like progresses 3 to 4 times a week at minimum. And things like, if you didn't fit in a shirt before but you do now, that's fitness progress. Or if you lost X amount of weight, or you fit in a pair of pants now, like any little fitness progress you should be sharing and letting to let people know that you're human, you're doing it, and they can do it too. So it doesn't always have to be like just you doing a move, working out. Erin, who's on the call with me right now, she made a post today that she just told a story about how they had a rough morning. And she talked about their rough morning with her son and her, and then as things kind of got a little better, she didn't want to, but she pushed play anyways. And honestly, Erin, it was the best post that I've seen from you, because you just told a genuine story about your family. It was real, it was raw. It didn't sound salesy at all, but you got up and you pushed play, and there was a struggle. You talked about how you overcame that struggle, and then you got on with your day and pushed play. So it was an awesome post, and tied in fitness there, so kind of breadcrumbing, as people like to call it, and it was just a really, really good post. Megan Strobel, she's a newer coach on our team. She's started sharing a little bit. I know when you first start sharing your fitness journey or posting like a coach, it's a little intimidating, and it's hard. You got to work to get into a routine of that. But one of the posts that she shared, I think it was the first one she shared, it was just a picture of her living room, and she's a personal trainer, so she was kind of letting people know that she's pregnant, and it's not always easier. She doesn't always have the energy to work out at the gym, but this is her new workout spot right from her phone, right from her home, and she still gets just as good of a workout in. So that was a super authentic, genuine post, just breadcrumbing in-home workouts into her post. So things like that, where you can tell a story and tie it into fitness, those things are what's really, really going to take off. So a video from Chalene Johnson, she gave this speech at Summit. One of the things that she says is, facts tell, stories sell. So keep telling stories about things that happen in your life that you can take credibility for, and go with it. Another thing about Erin, she's lost 50 plus pounds. That is mind-blowing, and I'm going to touch on that more as we kind of talk about this. But you've got that's not even just a little progress. That's massive progress, and is so inspiring to anyone. So you've got to be sharing your progress. And when people come to your page, ask yourself, do people know that if they want to lose 5 to 10 pounds or 50 pounds, can they come to me for help? Do they know that I can help them? Okay. So inviting. It's a vital behavior for a reason. People aren't mind readers knowing that that they can come to you for help if you don't ask them, or if you're not posting about it. So you have to be inviting in some way. If you think of, I had a really good example before this, and now I'm like drawing a blank. But at any company, if they do infomercials, if they didn't show those infomercials, you would have no idea that there are all these like I don't know, like vacuums or whatever, you know, they do infomercials or they're in the stores with the price on them, they're like inviting you to buy them. That was a really, really bad example. But any company, any CEO, if they didn't get out there and invite people, no one would know that there was something for them to join or something for them to buy, and they wouldn't have a business. You have to be inviting. And so one kind of invite that you can do is a call to action, or CTA for abbreviation. In the way that I want you guys to set this up, there's sort of a formula for it, and it's the jab, 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 right hook formula. Your jabs are your breadcrumbing posts. So if you're gonna post a call to action, you have to breadcrumb. So create curiosity leading up to it, so it's not just like out of the blue you're inviting people to do something. So breadcrumbing, like the things I talked about before, like Erin's post about pushing play, that was a little breadcrumbing of in-home fitness workouts. Little wins or little progress, just sharing fitness related things that don't say Beachbody, that don't say Shakeology, that don't say names of programs, because you want to create curiosity. Get creative, you know, do things like non-scale victories if a pair of pants fit you better. Challenge or shout outs, if you're running a challenge group and someone's like doing an awesome job, you can do that. Talk about your accountability group a little bit. So those are your jabs. Those are your breadcrumbing jabs that are kind of leading up to your right hook, which is your call to action. And your call to action, that means that you're asking for business. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can go look at numerous coach pages, and you've got to be doing this though. So it can start out in any way. You want to start it out some way that's kind of eye-catching. Like I've done some that, like, could you lose 5 to 15 pounds? Because I've had people lose as little as 5 pounds. I've had people lose up to 20, 25 plus pounds in a course of 3 weeks. But I keep it at, that's like the average range is 5 to 15 pounds. So sometimes I'll start them out like, could you lose 5 to 15 pounds? And then I'll go into, you know, something like, I'm getting a group of ladies together, or, you know, let's take it up a notch before the holidays hit. You're gonna be provided with in-home workouts, a complete meal plan, a superfood nutrition meal, accountability in our private group online, you know, kind of letting them know what they're getting out of this. If this sounds interesting to you, and then your call to action is giving them a specific thing to do. So like, if this sounds interesting to you, comment below or shoot me a message. You have to have a specific action item for them to do. Or before and after photos go over really well. I've done before and after photos where I was just sharing it and not asking for business to create traction. And I've also done it with a call to action to show people, like, this is what you're going to be getting. If you do the workouts, you follow the meal plan, you check in our accountability group to help keep you on track, you know, you're going to see results that you want, kind of thing. So call to actions are one way to invite. And then another way, private messages. So I have a couple examples. These are actual messages that I've sent out to people. I used to use scripts and I would copy and paste, but honestly it didn't go over well for me. It felt really yucky, and I just kind of type it up, and they're kind of the same, but they're a little bit different, and it just, like, I look at the person's page, I have conversations with them before I go ahead and shoot them an invite, so that way it's not just so bam in their face. I like to connect with people. But, you know, whether it's someone that's like a super close friend, someone that you just been connecting with for a little while, family, whoever. But here are just a couple examples of invites that I've sent out. So one, hey girl, this is super random, so I hope you don't mind me messaging you, but would you have any interest in getting together with a group of ladies to work towards any fitness goals? The group itself is online through Facebook, and the workouts are all completely done from home. If you're not interested, no worries. Would it be okay if I shot you over some info to check it out? And then, you know, if they say, yeah, and they're like, okay, awesome. And then I go off of a script, but I don't use the entire thing. and just letting you know. So they're in-home workouts that you get to do on your own time. One kind of fits in your schedule. We provide you with a complete meal plan and workouts. The group is right online to help hold you accountable to reaching your goals, and we'll pair you up with a program that's going to help you reach your personal fitness wants and needs. How does that sound so far? Something like that to kind of give them a little info about the group. I don't go into pricing right away because I want to provide value to them. And then if they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome, and then I'll ask them about, okay, what fitness goals do you have? To make sure that I can help them. And then they'll tell me like, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to fit into this pair of jeans. I want to lift my booty. And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, losing 5 pounds is definitely a must before the holiday season. LOL. Just kind of relating the times to it and saying back, mirroring what it is that they told me that they want to do, so they know that I'm listening to them. I heard what they said. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can totally lose 5 pounds. We have a ton of programs that you'll be doing squats and lunges in to help really lift that booty. I really feel like you're going to love this and benefit from it. And then I'll kind of go and talking about the All Access Pass, what they all get with that. It's completely streamed online, so you can take it with you wherever you go. You get your first 30-day supply of our superfoods shake. You get access to all of their meal plans, that kind of stuff. I think I've shared these scripts with you all so that you can kind of go off of them, but just so you kind of know how I go about it. And so that's how I kind of talk about it. But sorry, going on a rampage, back to the messages. So that's one kind of invite that I send. Another one, okay, this, I'm just going to kind of backstory you. So this is a girl. I've been talking to her for a couple weeks now. I know that she has 3 kids. She's a stay-at-home mom. I've asked her about what her day looks like being a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, and she told me she sounds pretty busy. And so I got to know her a little more to see if this is something that I could actually help her with. So this was my invite to her then. So this is super random, and I know you've got your hands full every single day, so I hope you don't mind me asking. Would you be interested in joining me and a few other ladies in an accountability group to work towards our fitness goals? The group is totally online, and the workouts can all be done from home, some 30 minutes or less of your time. I started getting some girls together for it and thought of you, and it might be nice to get to interact with some other ladies and do something for you. If I sent some more info, would you be interested in checking it out? And so I kind of let her know, I hear you. I know that you got your hands full. I put in there that some of the workouts are 30 minutes or less, again, because I know that she's a busy mom with 3 kids at home by herself while her husband's at work. I put in there that you might want to do something for you and interact with other people because she's interacting with her toddlers all day. So I kind of put that stuff in there to make it seem like it's more personable to her. And so we've been talking about this. I actually sent this message to her today. We've been talking about it for a little while. She's asking me questions, and I'm helping her figure out how she can fit it in her day. Another one. Let's see. Hey Kendra, this is super random, and I know we don't know each other, so I hope you don't mind me reaching out. I've been coaching just over 2.5 years, and since bringing my daughter home, have been able to make it my full-time job to be able to stay home with her. Have you ever thought about coaching? I love working with and mentoring other women who I feel like I vibe well with. And I was looking at your page, and you seem super positive and outgoing. I think you would be great at it. So this is somebody who, she accepted my friend request. I liked and commented on her stuff. She's liked and commented on a few of my things. I shot her a message just to try and connect with her, and she didn't open it. You know how you can see when people open your messages? She didn't even open it. So I knew that she hadn't read it and just ignored me. But she continued to like and comment on some of my stuff. So that I made a decision. I was like, okay, I feel like this would be an okay time. I was looking at her page. She seems like someone that I would genuinely like to work with and who I like the vibes that she puts out on her page. And so I shot her a coaching invite. And when because you want to be growing your team. It's whether it's someone just likes Shakeology and wants to get a discount on Shakeology, maybe you haven't seen the financial benefits of coaching yet, but you can talk about if you have a vision or if you want to make this a full-time income, you can talk about how you're working towards it. You're a newer coach, you're learning the the business. You've seen success story after success story after success story, people earning millions of dollars in coaching, and you're not there yet, but you're learning and you want to go there. So just because maybe you haven't seen a ton of success doesn't mean you can't talk about it. You can talk about where you want to go, what your vision is. I've seen numerous newer coaches do that and who have risen pretty high up there. So don't be afraid to offer the coaching opportunity. And like I said, don't be afraid of it, because you want to grow your team. See, I think that was the last example that I had. Another one today I saw, a couple days ago, I saw a girl who was looking for another job, but and so she was asking for recommendations. And so I reached out to her because I know that there is a real potential in the coaching opportunity. Yes, it takes some hustle. Yes, it takes some hard work. It's easy work, but you have to be consistent. And if you do the consistent behaviors, the financial potential is insane. And I know that, and so I don't sugarcoat anything. I let people know there is a serious opportunity here, but you have to be willing to work. Worst case scenario, you get started on your fitness journey and you get a rockin' body out of it, and there's no cancellation fee to your coaching account if you decide I don't want to put in the work to do this. It's not for me. Coaches quit all the time. It happens, and it is what it is. But those are some of the example invites that I have, just to kind of show you how I do it, but you have to be inviting. Keep posting on social media. There was a national wake-up call a few weeks ago. The girl shared her kind of posting strategy of she shared every day what she posts on Mondays, Monday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, all the way through. And then she does her call to actions on Sundays, when Sunday nights are the higher volume of when people are scrolling their news feed. So listening to national wake-up calls, people give a lot of really good tips on that too. And let's see, I think that's all I have. Erin, did you have any questions? Alrighty, well, that is all I have. Make sure you get together, ask somebody to join you in November to remember. Next week's call will be Wednesday. I'm sorry that this one was going to be Tuesday. And have a good rest of your night.